All right, guys, welcome back into the Non-Blonde Cafe this morning. Very exciting, as you saw on our Facebook page. We have 15-year-old novelist Jake Marcionette. Okay, I'll get it right. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Where are you calling us from this morning?
New York.
New York. Oh, it's cold in Louisiana, so I can only imagine how cold it is there.
It's cold. 'Cause I'm from Florida, so coming up to New York is definitely a change in climate.
I saw that. I lived in Florida for years and loved it. What part are you living in?
Jacksonville, right outside.
Yeah, that's where I live too. I love Jacksonville, all the big bridges, and had a blast living there. Well, you are making history, our little friend, and you are the youngest author to ever have a New York Times best-selling book, and also with Pelican. Or Penguin, tell us, go back when you were 12 years old, and tell us what life was like for you when you started writing.
I was just a kid who loved writing. I always had, a notebook with me, and I'd go to school. I'd always write down funny things that happened, and I was really observant. And, I had a dream that I wanted to write this book. I had a pretty good story. I moved from Florida to Maryland, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do this. And it kept on coming to me, when are you going to do this? I said, but now. And I just started writing right there, and I had this great book, manuscript I thought, and I had no idea how to get it published. And I went to Google, and I typed up how to get a book published, and I kept on reading how to get a literary agent. I had absolutely no idea what that was.
It's tough. That's a tough business.
It's tough. And I just started calling him up. I'd say, hey, my name's Jake. I have a book. I'm 12. Do you want to read it? A lot of them would say no. I do not want to read it. And I was really lucky. I got an agent, and then a month later I was signed with Penguin, and I was published, and my dream came true.
Well, let's back up just a little bit now. There is somebody else in your life to credit your love for writing. Am I right?
Oh, absolutely. My mom. My mom made me write when I was younger. She made me and my sister, and I hated doing it. She would make us write from breakfast to lunch during the summertime, and at the end we'd actually have to have a book to show her, to kind of show where time was going. And my first book was I Hate Writing, followed by the sequel, I Hate Reading. But, I started writing about, how my day was going, and it really became like therapy in a way. I started to love it. I started to become passionate about it. And like I said, I had a pretty good story. I moved from Florida to Maryland. I said, I'm going to write this book. And that's where it kind of blossomed.
You're a very, very lucky young man to have a mother who pushed you like that, because she saw something, obviously, and knows the value of education, and writing skills today are unheard of. I mean, they just don't teach writing like they used to in schools anymore. Well, your mom, I also want to give her a little shout out. She has a educational website, spellingclassroom.com.
Oh, absolutely. She's been working on that for a while. It's just a great, I still use it for the SAT words. I've been using it all my life. My sister still uses it. It's called spellingclassroom.com. And it's a word and vocabulary site, and you can put in, spelling tests, vocabulary tests, and it's just with interactive lessons. It's really great.
Well, that's awesome. Okay, you've moved on now. You're on your third book. Tell us about that one, because from what I understand, some people think it's the best one yet.
No, I think so. With this book, I like it so much because I get to get out of the classroom. And it's Just Jake number 1 and 2. Just Jake is firmly in the classroom. But, as the character Jake, I don't want to call him, a schemer, a scammer in that way, but he loves making money, and he loves getting his older sister in trouble. And in this book, he wants to have the most Twitter followers in the whole school. So this causes him to online a lot and really focus on it, much to the dismay of his father, who wants him to get off the electronics, get outside, and, build forts like he did when he was a kid. So Jake, his dad, gets really frustrated, and this prompts him to send Jake and the whole family to a wild survival camp. So they have to go out with other families. They have to live in the woods. They have to survive. And it's really fun. I had just such a great time writing it. I hope readers have a good time reading it.
Well, I think we need more of that out there, and that dad is right. We have so much technology now. I think you bring a really good point across about getting back outside again.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, in addition to being an author, and you're very busy, you also are doing motivational speaking at schools across the country.
That's what I love doing. And
I love that.
Thank you. I think it's just, my message is to kids, is telling kids, I am no different than them. And I firmly believe this. I am no different than any kid off the street anywhere. It's just that I had a dream, I went for it, and any kid can do that, and, much greater things. So it's just giving kids the confidence to know that they can succeed at any age.
Oh, absolutely. And, it just doesn't come in the form of authors or radio people. It takes everyone to have a society, and everybody has gifts. And I think that's one thing I liked about you, is that you're not an older person going to give speeches at schools. You're one of them.
Yeah. I am a kid, so I think it's definitely easier for me to connect kid to kid.
Absolutely. Okay, so without giving us a lot of information, what kind of projects do you have coming up here soon?
Well, I actually have a project. I am so excited about this. It is called The Next Great Kid Author, and it's a writing competition for kids younger than 8 old. And what I'm doing is, you have to remember, I am just so fortunate to have the opportunity to publish a book. And there's so many kids out there who are so talented, and they don't get that opportunity. So I really just want to create an online platform with the goal of identifying, mentoring, signing, and eventually publishing a young author and making their dreams come true.
I think that's incredible. That is really great. Because, what we alluded to in the beginning of the interview, you can write, and I'm a writer, and I love writing, but as far as when you get done with it and it's sitting in your lap, what do I do now?
Yeah, and I think people need to go to nextgreatkidauthor.com if you're interested, and sign up, because we're still setting up some of the rules and deadlines. But it's just giving more opportunities to kids out there to get their writing out there and get it published.
Okay, now tell us where they go again.
So they go to nextgreatkidauthor.com. You can sign up, receive updates and deadlines and the rules of the competition.
I love it. Okay, now tell us, can we get your Jake books just anywhere? Amazon, any bookstore?
Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Books A Million, wherever books are sold.
I love it. I love it. Well, Jake, we're very excited to have had you here this morning, and we're going to watch your career as you move along, and we wish you the best of luck.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you having me on, Stephanie.
You bet, and have a great trip back to Florida.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
You're not going again.